Hello guys, my name is Martino Yovo. I'm a software developer, and today I will talk to you about how you can configure flavors in your Flutter project. So let's imagine that you want to send some testing data, or deal with testing data without messing up with some production data. So in order to do that, you need to create some different version for your project or of your app in order to test one of them and push one of them in production. So to do that, you'll need to create flavors for your app. So here we will talk about how to configure these flavors for your Android project and also for your iOS project. So before beginning, make sure that you know how to deal with Firebase configurations, how to create a project on Firebase, how to add a specific app, either Android or iOS, app to this Firebase project. So I'll be more focused about how to create this flavor. So I have already created a project on Firebase, or I can say two projects, because one will be the development version of the project, and the second will be the production one. So here we have the project called Flutter Bytes. So I have the Flutter Bytes dev version, you see. So this is the Flutter Bytes dev project that I have created. So in this project, I will only put like the dev version of my whole project, you see. So here I have the first version, or the iOS dev version, and here I have the Android dev version. So you can see like this is the package name of this version, and this is the same here also. The package name is ended by dev. So it is not something you need to do necessary. You can configure, or you can add the package name that you want. You can maybe put the dev as a prefix instead of suffix. Yeah. So in order to test like this whole session, I have created some Firebase collection, specifically one collection, and inside of it I have like a document with the field of app name. So for the development version, I have this app name called Flutter Bytes Dev, and for the production one, that is here, I have the name called Flutter Bytes Prod. Yeah, so this is here, the Flutter Bytes Prod. So the overview of this is telling me that the iOS version of my app has this package name, you see. So this is the package name of the iOS version, and that is the same thing to the for the Android version. So you can see that the only difference between the prod and the dev is the suffix of that dev that I have added to the dev version. So this is my choice, you see. So you can have like your choice and yeah, what you want to configure, no problem. So here, let's go into the code on Android Studio. Yeah, cool. So here, in order to create flavors, we will create two folders inside of this app and SRC folder. So here we will create these two folders, and the folder's name will be the one that we'll use, like the folder name, like the folder's name, sorry, will be the flavor's name. So if we create a folder here named dev, for example, it means that we will have one flavor that will be named dev. So this is exactly what we want. So I will have the first folder named dev, and the second one named prod. Cool. And here I have already have like these configuration files. So for Android, we have the Google service.json. So I will copy it and come up here. I will add it like this. And the last, yeah, for the production also, it is here. So I will copy it and paste it here. So now we have like our two flavors. Now let's go and configure this whole thing. So in order to do that, we will go to the app/slc. No, app and builder.gradle, this file. Yeah. And here we have like this application ID that the default application ID that is here. So now we'll configure like our app IDs also. So let's comment out these lines like this. Cool. So now notice that we have this flavor dimension. So here I put Flutter Byte. You can change it and put whatever you want. And only you have to make sure that this will be like the root, of this whole thing. So here we have like the product flavors. So here I have the dev. So one flavor is the dev flavor. So we have the dimension. So here, the reason why both of them are similar is because I have like these dimensions here. If I have created like a kind of a folder before putting both of them inside of this folder, I should change it here, you see? Okay, so now we have like the application ID suffix. So here, as I was saying, the difference between the package name of the prod and the package name of the dev is this suffix, the .dev suffix that we add to the dev version. So we have this application ID suffix. So this will be added to that one that is here in order to have like the application ID of our flavor that is called dev. Okay, so now we have the results value. So here would be like the name of our app. So here we have the Flutter by app dev. Yeah, that's cool. Now the version name suffix, this is mostly for the version, so here in the pop spec, we have the version of the app. So that is something like this. So if we want our dev version to have like a version name that is something like this, we will add these lines of code that I have added here. So if we add, for example, I don't know, if we add like these things, we add dot, so it will not be something like this, but it will be something like this. You see? So that's why that means, and that's cool. Okay, now we have the production version. So this is the same thing, but rather notice this application ID. This is not mandatory. I have only added it to show you what that means. So this is like something you add in order to to configure your flavor. So here, why we don't need it? We don't need it because the production flavor has like the same application ID as this one. You see? So no need to add these lines of code. But if we had like an application ID that is something like this, we can be using like this application ID. You see? So using it here is only for learning purpose, but in this case, we don't necessarily need it. Yeah, so that's it. Now, this is the the configuration of the flavors. We are done with it. So now I think we are good to go. So now what we will check is here. Yeah, so this is like the code I have added, and in order to retrieve like the app name that I have shown you somewhere here. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is like this app name, this field. This is the code I have written to get it and call it here. So we will show it here in the app. So let's change this to 25. Why not? Okay, cool. That's great. So now we are good to go. We have everything configured. Everything is good. So now we are good to go. So in order to run our flavor, we will add this command. We will run this command, flavor equal to, yeah. So, oh, okay. So missing one. Okay, cool. That's cool now. So we can run it. Okay, let's choose this. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so we have our emulator. So it's loading, I guess. Yeah, so clearly you can see like it is working. We have our Flutter Byte dev here. So if we want to run like the production version, let's see how to do it. So yeah, so let's run the same command like this, and flavor equal to prod. Okay, so let's choose the first device. Okay, so yeah, you can clearly see that this prod version is using the prod uh, project on Firebase, you see, because this is where we add like this applet. So it means that everything worked from the Android side. So yeah, that's good. So now let's go and configure like the iOS side also. So for the iOS, we will use like the S code to do it. So here we have our app opened, for iOS. So now what we will need to do is to add, first of all, let's click on here. Let's go the runner, cool. And let's come here, let's go here. And we'll try to duplicate the debug and the release configuration for prod and dev. So here, first, let's duplicate this and add, this suffix of dev here. And let's duplicate the debug again and add this suffix of prod. Now, let's duplicate the release and add a suffix of dev and duplicate it again and add the suffix of prod like this. So once again, this is a naming convention, but you are good to do to name it as what you want, as long as you can remember. Yeah. So that's one thing to do. So now next thing to do is to go to the S code and here in the bottom here and go to product and schemes and scheme and click on manage schemes. So here you have like the first scheme that is called a runner. So we will duplicate the runner. We duplicate it to have the dev. So here is where we create the flavors. So we will create the first flavor named dev. So there we have the run, the debug. You see the run debug. So there we will click on the debug dev as a build configuration. And here in the archive side, we will click on the release dev. Okay, and then we close it. Yeah, cool. Now we will duplicate the runner again and do it for prod. So here we have the name prod and the release prod. We take the release. We do it this for this first for the run. So we will take the debug prod, okay, and come here and we will take the release prod. I hope everything is clear. And yeah, let's close it. So we have like our two flavors. Yeah, but that's not the end. Now we will try to add the Firebase configuration files. So in order to do that, let's go here and let's drag and drop this file, this config file into the runner like this here. Okay, that's good. and make sure to, to check this buffing and finish. That's cool. Okay, so I think something is missing. Something is really missing. So let's delete it and do it again, because clearly we cannot see like the dev and the prod folder instead of it. So yeah, now we have it. Okay, cool. So we have it here, both of them. That's cool. So the last thing to do now is to go here in the target side, and we have like these build phases, you see. So here, the build phases tab. Okay, so here we have some site to run script. So we'll click on new and click on the new run script phase. So here we'll create this script to help us copy like the Google service, info. I guess this is something like this. Okay, info that is to the correct location. Okay, so this is mostly what will help us copy these files, these both info files, into their respective folders, in the flavors, you see. Okay, so here, let's go to our new script, and we will add a new script. We'll add a new script. So in order to do that, okay, so we'll add a new script. In order to do that, we have this script here on my gist. That is this one that is here. So you can go into gist.github /Martino Yovo, and you can have it. So let's copy it and paste it. Okay. So let's paste it, and yeah, that's cool now. Okay, so that's good. So I think, yeah, that's good. So this is what we need to do for the configuration of flavors on iOS, you see. So now let's try to run it, but it will take a lot of time, but we don't have this time. So what we need to do is try to run like the prod one first, and choose like yeah, we'll choose the iPhone, and here, okay, this is the iOS. So I have like the iPhone, and I can click on this one. So I do this and I click on it again. So this is the final result. You can see like it is retrieving data and showing like the Flutter Byte dev, same as what was shown on Android side. So this is the flavor, the dev flavor run on iOS. So we can do this also for the production, and then okay, and then for we can do it for the dev and also for the production, right? Okay, so that's it. And yeah, of course, we have, this is like the basic things to know, but we have like a lot of things also to discover. For example, how we can, configure like the names, and yeah, even here, create some specific main files for either dev or prod, but we don't have this time. So I will stop here. And yeah, in terms of if in case of queries, or like if you have any anything to discuss, you can reach out to me through my social medias. I am on Twitter or LinkedIn, so just enter Martino Yovo, and you will see me. So I also have like this code, the code of the session here. So you can go to my GitHub and you will have like the code. I invite you to check my GitHub. I have some projects there that could help you. And for your information, you can easily, configure flavors with the very good CLI. That's very simple to use. So it helps us, have like these flavor things automatically by when creating the app. And also I've discovered this new package called Flutter Flavorizer. So I didn't use it personally, but I think it can work. It can help us, like configure like these flavors things. So yeah, you can use it and let me know what you think about it. Yeah. So this was the session, and if you have like any question, don't hesitate to reach out to me. So I'm building also this platform that's named Flutteries. So I invite you, to come and test it and yeah, give me some feedbacks about how it works. And yeah, it's about it's for the Flutter community. So I invite you to take it. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to talk with you. Yeah, thank you. Bye.